In successive weeks, the grand finalists of 1995, first up Carlton and then Geelong. The biggest crowd ever to witness an AFL match in Sydney, some 44,000 packed the SCG, and they weren't let down. Sydney had won 5 on end. It was billed as the Battle of the Champion full forwards, with Lockett at one end and the superstar Gary Ablett at the other. The traffic, though, would be decidedly one way. Ablett needed 3 goals to kick his 1,000th in league footy. He'd be restricted to 2 and left hovering on 999. Lockett, on the other hand, helped himself to 6.
To Scholl. Scholl trying to race in front of goal. Oh, he's dragged down from behind by Doreen. Tremendous play as Doreen drives it to half forward. Here's Troy Luff on his own. He runs inside 50. From 40 metres he drives it low and he's kicked the goal, I think. Yes! But in trouble here, goes over the top to Hawking. Buddha Hawking, oh no! Dale Lewis intercepts and is going to kick a goal for Sydney. He defends for Sydney, going back towards the centre. Fine Mark O'Brien. Time for Sydney. If Lockett can take a mark, here he comes. No mark. Kick it in strongly. Lockett up again. Lockett shrugs. 1, 2. Has the hand pass going past to Maxfield. He snaps in towards goal, and that is sensational play. Punched away by Stoneham. It's not out of the danger zone though, because Creswell's got it. Creswell 20 metres back. Gives it to O'Loughlin. Good thinking as O'Loughlin brings it to Lockett again. Oh, look at that, the split. Well, you cannot beat this man on a one-on-one contest. He's just too big and strong. And this is one of his strengths, is his kicking ability. And he has put it right through the middle.
This was the match that produced one of the turning points of the year. It was the beginning of a fantastic run by the veteran 300 gamer Paul Roos. It would be the first of 3 successive best of fields that propelled Sydney to the top of the ladder.
Terrific play by the captain as he charged through, almost directly in front. A beautiful kicking style, places it on the boot and threads it through the eye of a needle for a goal. Drifts it into half forward and Maxfield gives it back to Dyson. Kevin Dyson in towards Lockhart. 15 kicks, 9 hand passes for Dyson, and Tony Lockett 5 goals. A chance now for number 6. I'm not backing myself here. I was going to back Lockett, and he'll go close. Oh, he has too. He's gone more than close. He's split them.
Well, Paul Roos had a stunning year, and this all came after a lot of people thought that he was on his last legs. If I'd stayed coach, he was going to be in the reserves if he'd played the same as he did last year, and I think that was intimated by Rodney. But of course he didn't play like last year. He was a rejuvenated player. He was absolutely sensational. And as he neared his 300th game, he had a lot of good form behind that event, and on the day, on his 300th, he played one of the best games of his life. Now, there's not too many people who could say, well, there's not too many people who reach 300 for a start, and to think you're able to put in one of your best games ever on that date must have been a real thrill to Paul, who's been a champion, and I see where he wants to go another year. I can't see the way he played this year that he couldn't.
A 51-point win over Geelong had Sydney in second place on the ladder, with only 3 losses in 14 games.
Inside 50, drives it at goal. He's put it through for another one of the Swans. Great play.
The next match was against Geelong at the SCG, and a huge turnout of 44,000. I guess some of them might have come to see the big shootout between number 5 Gary Ablett and Big Tony, of course. The Swans, in winning this match, had completed a tremendous month of football where they've beaten North Melbourne, Carlton and Geelong in a month, and it really showed everyone that the Swans were quite a side, and this was done in very good fashion, and the crowd just loved it. There's an overflow into the Sydney football stadium. It was just a really fabulous